Health advocates are heading to the Supreme Court to question the legality of returning PhilHealth's unused budget to the National Treasury. The Finance Department earlier ordered the return of PhilHealth's 89.9 billion pesos of unused budget for unprogrammed appropriations. Health reform advocate Tony Liachon and the Philippine Medical Association said the 89.9 billion pesos of unused funds should be used to expand PhilHealth's benefits. Liachon added that the money should only be used for health-related programs.
Pera to para sa kalusugan ng bawat mamamayan. So hindi dapat natin itong i-give away lang basta-basta. This is bigger and worse than the Pharmally kasi 90 billion ito eh. So diba, at saka ito, savings ito, pera ng bayan, hindi ba mas nakakasakit ng damdamin?
Former Finance Undersecretary Shelo Magno says they are gearing up to file a petition to challenge the legality of the transfer of PhilHealth funds. Here's an excerpt from her interview on The Big Story.
I want to take off from your interview to our sister program StoryCon just this afternoon, and I want to take off from the point from what you said that you are getting ready to file a case at the Supreme Court to challenge this DOF circular. First of all, who is we? Who's part of your group?
We're still finalizing our list, but that includes our organization Action for Economic Reforms, various groups of civil society, including beneficiaries of PhilHealth. We're also including doctors. So kasama po dyan si Dr. Tony Liachon, Dr. Minguita Padilla, Dr. Tony Dance, at iba't ibang organisasyon pa ng ating mga doktor. So maybe Friday, we'll file the petition or early next week. And we'll also announce the different petitioners.
Just to clarify also, Professor Shelo, sa PhilHealth lang ba ito concerned or is it the whole process na that we believe na is unconstitutional or illegal? Kasi meron ding na-remit na yung PDIC, I believe that's 30 billion and nakaka-worry din yon in case magkaroon ng bank run, yun po yung inaasahan nating pondo pang bayad no, sa mga depositors.
Right. Specifically for the legal case, this will pertain to the added provision in the General Appropriations Act. So it will cover all transfers that were done from the GOCC to the Department of Finance. We're basically questioning the constitutionality of that provision because the Constitution prohibits rider provision. And from our perspective, ito pong dinagdag na provision ng ating bicameral committee ay rider provision dahil siya ay essentially nag-a-amend ng napakaraming batas na tinatamaan dito sa ginawa nilang kautusan sa Department of Finance.
And to be clear, who is the defendant here? Is it the
it will be the executive branch on the basis of issuing a circular, and then we're also going to be questioning the constitutionality of that provision, so Congress, that provision of the GAA.
Okay. Professor, siguro katanungan sa isipan ng marami is, why does PhilHealth have 89.9 billion pesos in excess funds? Ang sabi ng PhilHealth, this does not come from contributions but from government subsidy. So does that mean that there was an overestimate in terms of those subsidies?
Well, there are two sources of funds for PhilHealth. One is from the premium, from the contribution of individuals who are members of PhilHealth who can afford to pay the premium. The other source of fund for PhilHealth are the subsidies that would come from the payment or share of taxes from the tax on tobacco, alcohol, and the sugary beverages.
Vice President Sara Duterte clarified her earlier statement about being the designated survivor. The Vice President previously cited this reason for not planning to attend President Bongbong Marcos's Third State of the Nation address, or SONA. VP Sara said she was not joking about it, but it is also not a threat to anyone's security.
Dili to siya joke. Dili po to siya bomb threat. I think many missed the point. So, para sa ako, wala ka kasabot the first time, I don't think you deserve an explanation.
VP Sara will also meet incoming DepEd Secretary Sonny Angara for the first time today. The two will discuss the appointment of the new DepEd officials. This comes after the resignation of 5 DepEd officials, including its spokesperson and Chief of Staff, Michael Poa. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. In the weather, a low-pressure area continues to bring rains in some parts of the country. The LPA was last spotted in the vicinity of Catbalogan City, Samar. It will trigger scattered rains over Visayas, Bicol, Caraga, Marinduque, and Romblon. Its trough also affects Cagayan, Isabela, Quirino, Aurora, Bulacan, Laguna, Rizal, and Quezon. Meanwhile, the southwest monsoon or habagat may cause scattered rains in several areas. These include Metro Manila, Bataan, Zamboanga, Barm, Northern Mindanao, and the rest of Calabarzon and Mimaropa. Due to flooding, Maguindanao del Sur has declared a state of calamity across the province. The provincial government reported that at least 17 of Maguindanao del Sur's 24 towns were flooded. Cavite City is now under a state of calamity because of the fire that hit 2 barangays over the weekend. Almost 1,000 families are currently staying in evacuation centers after they lost their homes to the fire. The investigation into the possible cause of the fire is still ongoing. The local government has prepared 2 more evacuation centers for the affected families. However, authorities are struggling to convince affected residents to transfer to one of these evacuation centers.
Kaya natin ginawang dalawa yung ating evacuation center. Isa dito sa Dalahican Elementary School, yung isa sa Santa Cruz Elementary School. Unfortunately, yung ibang mga residente ayaw lumipat sa sa Santa Cruz Elementary School despite the fact na mas maluwag doon. May mga reasons sila like mas gusto daw nila dito dahil mas malapit doon sa kanilang bahay. So mas comfortable sila dito kahit na medyo siksikan. And yung iba naman, actually, during nighttime, umuwi rin sa kanilang mga kamag-anak.
A new and improved shoe museum can now be visited in Marikina. This upgrade recognizes the city's rich history in shoemaking. Here's the report.
Kilala ang lungsod ng Marikina dahil sa mga high quality na sapatos, hindi lang local, pati internationally. Kaya naman sa kaka-relaunch lang ulit na shoe museum dito, aba, mas marami nang makikita at mas immersive ang pagdalaw dito. Mula sa sapatos ng mga artista at mga politiko, libong sapatos ang makikita na nakadisplay dito sa shoe museum ng Marikina. At hindi lang tambakan ng mga lumang sapatos ang museum na ito, kundi pagpapakita ng kalidad at ganda ng mga gawang Marikina.
Ang aming pamahalaan, simula pa noon, talagang meron talagang effort na ginawa para hindi kami matabunan, hindi kami bumagsak.
Sa muling pag-relaunch ng Museo ng Sapatos, may mga itinayong mga pader na ipinapaliwanag ang history ng gusali at kung saan ito nakatayo ngayon. Nakadisplay na din kung paano ang proseso ng paggawa ng mga sapatos. Umaasa silang dahil dito, mas mapapahalagan at mas dumami ang mga tao magkakaroon ng interes sa mga sapatos, lalo na't kumukonti ang mga sapatero ngayon.
Nabawasan talaga ng malaki ang mga nagsasapatos sa Marikina pero meron kaming fighting spirit eh.
Nariyan din ang mga tools at materyales sa paggawa ng mga sapatos, gaya ng shoe last, cobbler's tool, at sinulid at pandikit. Kaya naman namangha ang mga estudyante bumibisita dito sa dami, ganda at interesting ng mga nakikita.
Actually, wala po. Ang alam ko lang po is, ang Marikina is kilala sa paggawaan ng sapatos. Pero hindi ko po alam na merong museum po dito ng shoe.
Bukas sa Marikina Shoe Museum araw-araw mula 8 a.m. hanggang 5 p.m. at may entrance fee na 50 pesos. Hindi kailangan maging bakas ang nakaraan ng Marikina bilang shoe capital of the Philippines. Sana, lagi natin itong pahalagahan. Mobile Journal, Ivan Taringki po hatid ang muka ng balita.
And those are the top stories of the hour this Thursday. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We are One News.